This is a battle for the oceans. A lot of you didn't know this, but when Rosa had her period out in the actual wilds in the oceans before she became too friendly with humans and then became the best otter mom of all time, she actually led a revolution of the sea otters to take over all of the oceans in the world. That coalition was led by Rosa the sea otter, all of the sea otters, and shockingly Twitch Chat. On the other side of the ocean, the humans, led by Parkzer. I don't know if you guys remembered this. This happened in like 2005. Decided to actually stop living on land and to take over the oceans. This is the historically accurate tale of the sea otters in Twitch Chat versus Rosa and the humans, decided by AI. Now, obviously, Twitch Chat will be starting with the South Pacific, where Rosa and the sea otters live. Meanwhile, Parkzer is starting with the North Pacific. The goal for both teams is to take over a majority of the ocean. That is 4 of the 7 oceans. Once you take over 4 of the 7, then you have officially taken control of the seas and you win the AI invasion. Just like normal AI invasions, the way this will work is that you guys, Twitch Chat, will decide where you want to try to take over next. You will tell me what you want to do specifically, and then I will put it into novel AI. The AI will tell us the actual result of what happened, whether or not you took that region or other regions or took over Parkzer's region, and then Parkzer will go. He will decide what to do, and the AI will say what the outcome of his decision is. There are also treasures. Within each of the oceans, there are secrets to be revealed, so I will let you know more about that depending on where you try to go. To start, chat, you can go for the Southern Ocean, South Atlantic Ocean, North Atlantic Ocean, or Arctic Ocean. Okay, interesting. Chat wants to go for the Arctic. Now, you guys have set your sights on the Arctic Ocean at the top, and I do want to reveal that you have discovered rum in the Arctic Ocean. DougDoug rum. If you can take control of the rum or the ocean in general, then you will get this space on the board. Twitch Chat, what would you like to do as you enter the Arctic Ocean? Hire Jack Sparrow. To drink the rum, I guess? Try to drink the ocean. Make Rosa the Pope? I don't really know what this will do, but sure. Feed the rum to the polar bears. I don't exactly know how that'll result in anything, but it could work. Somebody said, kidnap Santa Claus.
Hey, Don.
Okay, you are choosing to kidnap Santa Claus in the hopes that you get control of the Arctic. To start the war, Rosa and their top generals decide to invade the Arctic Ocean. To do this, they attempt to kidnap Santa Claus and thus take control of his facility at the North Pole. So the otters try to kidnap Santa Claus. The battle starts when the otters storm into Santa Claus's office. Rosa starts shooting. Santa tries to escape. In a turn of events, a gun gets knocked out of Rosa's hands and she knocks herself out with it. Rosa is taken to jail by Santa, who wants to make sure that she doesn't get a chance to get back to the sea otters and start the war again. Rosa wakes up a few days later and decides that she needs to get the 7 seas back. Okay, you guys not only didn't successfully take over the Arctic, you lost Rosa, who's in Santa Claus prison. Parkzer, you are up. What would you like to do?
Considering that the Earth is round,
allegedly,
I would like to loop around the outside of the map and attack the South Pacific.
Okay, that's fine. I wasn't going to allow that, but you came out so confident that sure.
I would like to use a compound of calcium chloride dihydrate to infect the South Pacific Ocean and keep the otter population in check, thus increasing my possibility of expanding successfully later.
Okay. So Twitch Chat tries to go kidnap Santa Claus, and then Parkzer comes in and chemically castrates the otters. Let's see how it works. Meanwhile, Parkzer and the humans decide to invade the South Pacific. To do this, they make a compound of calcium chloride dihydrate and spread it to the ocean and thus try to limit the otter population from expanding. So they start trying to make the compound. Let's see how it works. Meanwhile, the sea otters try to escape. Rosa manages to sneak into the humans' base and knock out a few guards. The battle starts when Rosa enters Parkzer's room. Parkzer uses his laser to try to attack Rosa. Okay, it's turn. She manages to avoid this and knocks out Parkzer. To get more calcium chloride dihydrate, the otters try to sneak into the humans' base again, but get captured by the humans and interrogated. All right, so what is happening right now? This results in them discovering the plan to use the compound, so Rosa and the otters manage to escape from prison and start a new battle to take control of the South Pacific. So they start a war with the humans to get the 7 seas back.
Okay, so it seems like nothing happened. I was unsuccessful in trying to limit their reproductive abilities.
Your compound plan did not work. Instead, Rosa broke into your room. Okay, nothing has happened so far on the board. Twitch Chat, you guys are up. What do you want to do?
Wait, am I the North Pacific? Are they attacking me back?
They are now going to attack you back, yeah. I didn't even give them the option, but then you started, you escalated this dramatically.
This is fine.
All right, Twitch Chat, what would you like to do as you attack into the North Pacific? People are saying nuke them. You are a bunch of sea otters. It has to be roughly in line with what otters could do. You learned about the compound, so make the compound and limit the humans' growth. Push the humans into the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Shell the humans, like the otters do of bang a rock against the humans. Okay, take Parkzer to court. You know what? Hold on. I think chemical warfare is against the Geneva Convention, right?
Oh. Is it? I'm not very familiar with, like, war stuff.
Okay, we're taking you to court for war crimes. Rosa and the Sea Otters hire Seal Goodman as their lawyer and sue Parkzer and the humans for violating the Geneva Convention with their use of chemical compounds. They ask the judge to issue a restraining order against Parkzer and kick him out of the North Pacific Ocean. Let's see if it works. The judge does that. Okay,
great.
However, Parkzer gets his revenge by sending a letter to the judge saying that he shouldn't listen to Rosa because she's a bad leader. He sends the judge to jail and the judge never shows up again. Okay, so you guys successfully evicted him from the North Pacific, but you can't ever use ocean court again. Because the judge is in jail. All right, congratulations to the Otters. You guys take control of the North Pacific. You now have 2 of the 4 seas that you need to win. Parkzer is floating around with the humans. I guess, Parkzer, you could go for any region that you want at this point. Let's assume that you and your, navy float around. Where do you want to
go? So after I was booted out of the North Pacific, yes. I have retreated to Asia. And from Asia, to divert from the chaos that is the humans fleeing the North Pacific, I've decided to dump some oil into the North Pacific, thus making it inhabitable by anyone and removing the otters from what was originally my ocean.
Okay, yeah, kind of a scorched earth strategy. Let's see if it works. Infuriated and balding, Parkzer decides to dump crude oil into the North Pacific to make it uninhabitable for the Sea Otters, thus forcing them to evacuate. Rosa and the Sea Otters, however, manage to evacuate their people and move into the South Pacific. Wait, does that count? Parkzer decides to try to fight them in the Arctic Ocean. However, Parkzer and the humans are unable to survive in the ice, and the Sea Otters are unable to live in the ice. So the 2 groups decide to make peace. The humans go back to the Arctic Ocean while the Sea Otters move back into the South Pacific.
Did I randomly get the Arctic Ocean?
Yeah, okay, so you guys evacuated the North Pacific, but you still have control of the region. But Parkzer is currently in control of the Arctic, so he did manage to earn the Arctic somehow with all the rum. Parkzer, you now have rum.
I literally don't even drink alcohol.
Chat, where do you want to attack? You have access to all the oceans right now. We don't want him in the Arctic. A lot of people seem to want to kick you out of the Arctic. Let's go south for the winter. I don't think it's that warm down there. Okay, so you're heading into the Arctic to try to take it back from Parkzer. What do you guys want to do in the Arctic? I'm seeing summon Cthulhu. I think that's reasonable. Oh, set the rum on fire. Steal the humans' children? That feels a bit dark.
You can take them, I don't want them.
Get Parkzer drunk and then convince him to leave. But if you choose this option, I will tell the AI that Parkzer's never drank, except one time when he was 6. Looks like Twitch Chat is going to summon Cthulhu to attack Parkzer. A strategy as old as time. To continue the battle, Rosa and the Sea Otters try to recruit Cthulhu and convince it to attack Parkzer in the Arctic Ocean. The humans try to kill Cthulhu but fail, so the humans start fighting against Cthulhu. The battle continues with the humans losing and the Sea Otters taking control of the Arctic. Wow. Okay, this is fast and efficient. With Cthulhu on board, Twitch Chat successfully takes control of the Arctic away from the humans. You now have 3 of the 4 7 seas. With 1 more, you have majority control over the ocean. Parkzer, what would you like to do now?
So the North Pacific is empty because they evacuated. So surely I can take the North Pacific back. I tried to dump oil in there.
Yeah.
I tried to make it inhabitable. That apparently did not work, which I guess is
well,
now
we're
going
to say it's uninhabitable, but it's in their territorial control. They control an uninhabitable area.
Okay, I do not intend to inhabit the North Pacific. Instead, with the recent trend of people thinking that EVs are amazing, we now need more minerals to mine.
Okay.
And to take advantage of those people who want the electric vehicles, I'm going to set up a mining operation.
Okay.
We are going to start deep sea mining in the North Pacific.
Okay.
We are going to extract a ton of minerals from the North Pacific and become prosperous.
God bless America. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's send it. After Parkzer and the humans lose the Arctic Ocean, they decide to open a deep sea mining operation in the North Pacific since it's covered with oil anyways. So the humans send in their team to try to start their mining operation. But as a reminder, Parkzer has a restraining order against him, so this would technically be illegal and Seal Goodman would try to stop him. Let's see what happens. So Rosa and the Sea Otters try to prevent Parkzer from mining the North Pacific, but the humans try to kill all of them. This results in a war between Parkzer and the humans and Rosa and the Sea Otters. To end the battle, Rosa and the Sea Otters try to convince Cthulhu to help them kill Parkzer. So they send Cthulhu an email about Parkzer. And it agrees. But Cthulhu tries to kill Rosa instead. This results in the Sea Otters winning the battle. But after Cthulhu tries to kill Rosa, it starts destroying the oil platforms, and the Arctic Ocean becomes uninhabitable. Okay, a little bit confusing, but as far as I can tell, this is, again, all historically accurate. You tried to set up mining operations in the North Pacific. Cthulhu came over and shut it down, and now the Arctic is uninhabitable, I think. Unfortunately, Parkzer, your plan did not work. But just so we're keeping track, both the North Pacific and the Arctic are uninhabitable currently. All right, where do you want to attack next? No. So yeah, you guys don't lose the Arctic, it's just uninhabitable. It's like America with New Mexico. Nobody can live there because it's a terrible place, but it's still it's still our territory.
What? There's tons of people in what are you talking about?
Okay, you guys are going for the Southern Ocean. If you can take it, you would actually encircle the other oceans and get control of the entire planet. You even discover that in the Southern Ocean, there is gold buried amongst the ice. Chat, what would you like to do? Attack the compass. Seduce the compass. Somebody said spin the compass. What would that do? It's not like a prize wheel. It's not like a carnival ride. Try to marry Cthulhu to the compass. Parkzer, it sounds like you've sort of planned for this stream, like you prepped these ideas in advance. Did you have anything in your playbook about stopping Twitch chat from marrying Cthulhu to a compass?
I did not. So I actually didn't plan too much. The only thing I planned was I Googled chemicals to stop animal reproduction.
Well, you should have Googled how to stop Cthulhu from reproducing with a compass. So now, Rosa and the Sea Otters have their next move. They set their sights on the Southern Ocean and notice that it has an absolutely massive compass in it. This compass is the size of Australia. I guess so is Cthulhu, to be fair. So they try to arrange for their former friend Cthulhu to get married to the compass, thus uniting the two oceans together and bringing the Southern Ocean into the Sea Otter Empire. The battle begins when Rosa and the Sea Otters decide to send their army to the Southern Ocean. However, the humans attack them before they can make it. This results in a massive battle that takes place on a tiny island in the middle of the South Pacific Ocean. Okay, so we're fighting for the South Pacific right now. The battle is very long and gruesome, with many casualties on both sides. In the end, the humans manage to defeat the Sea Otters, and their army is destroyed. Okay, Parkzer and the humans then take control of the Southern Ocean and set their sights on the Southern continent. All right, the Southern Ocean now belongs to Parkzer. Okay, all right. We're heating up. Parkzer, what would you like to do?
With the gold that I have, I'm going to hire a small child. This child is going to find a turtle with a straw stuck in its nose, and the child is going to make a big deal about this turtle. So much so that they're going to pass legislation to ban plastic straws, which is a victory for me. Because for me, I don't care about the straws. I care about the big plastics. I care about the takeout trays and the plates and the bowls and all the big plastics, which I'm going to dump into the South Pacific Ocean, thus making the east garbage patch of the subtropical Pacific zone larger and larger until the South Pacific becomes mine and the otters are evicted.
Okay, can I summarize that in like 5 words? You're going to dump garbage in the South Pacific.
That sounds about right, yeah.
The humans decide to create a new garbage patch in the ocean by littering their plastic straws in a turtle into the South Pacific Ocean and thus claiming it as a symbol for humanity. However, the humans' garbage doesn't last long because they need to get rid of their garbage. So Parkzer decides to have a nuclear war with the Sea Otters. Battle begins when the humans launch an attack on the Southern Ocean.
Wait, isn't that already mine?
Yes. Rosa and the Sea Otters try to defend their base. However, the humans attack them with their nuclear missiles. This results in a nuclear war. After the war, the ocean is flooded with radioactive material and it is uninhabitable. I think you just made the Southern Ocean uninhabitable, Parkzer. I think you lost it.
Wait, how do I lose it if it's uninhabitable?
Because you can't... Oh, I guess it's still your territory. Yeah, okay, fair. By the same logic, it's still your territory.
So then nothing happened?
So nothing happened. Parkenheimer. It was a bold strategy to nuke your own ocean. It's bizarre that that didn't work out.
I mean, doesn't that technically mean that the Sea Otters can no longer attack the South?
I mean, so it's the same thing as like New Mexico. You can go invade New Mexico, but then you just can't have your people live there afterwards. You can still incorporate it into your territory.
Doug, people live in New Mexico.
If you go like capture a bunch of the Sahara Desert, right, it can be part of your territory, but that doesn't mean you gotta live there.
Doug, I've literally spent like 2 weeks in Albuquerque. Like it's a place.
That does not sound right. Twitch chat, where do you want to attack? Most people are saying North Atlantic. I guess the otters can swim through the Panama Canal. If you can take the North Atlantic, you have gained the majority of the oceans and you win. As you guys look towards the North Atlantic, you realize that it has the United States Navy in it.
Huh?
Which is separate from the humans. This is just a rogue navy, I guess. What do you do? If you can incorporate this navy into your team or destroy them, you get control of the North Atlantic. Recruit the navy. Seduce the navy. Offer to become Navy SEALs. Okay, Twitch chat is chosen to try to join the Navy as Navy SEALs. They turn their sights to the North Atlantic Ocean, where the seamen of the United States Navy are stationed. So now Rosa tries to approach the Navy and offer to team up as allies, joining their forces as the Navy SEALs. If this works, you win the the whole game. So they managed to recruit their former enemies Cthulhu, who becomes their ally, and the seamen of the United States to attack the humans. Wait, so you did it. You got
Wait,
the
did I
Navy.
lose?
Hold on. I guess it depends what happens now. They can't lose the battle. The battle is fierce and bloody, with many casualties on both sides. After the war, however, the humans are completely destroyed, and they're forced to evacuate the North Atlantic Ocean. Congratulations. You have successfully not only teamed up with the Navy to get the North Pacific, but you have also booted the humans out of the Southern Pacific Ocean. And that's how Rosa the sea otter saved the oceans from Parkzer. And this all happened in 2005, and as a result of Rosa decimating most of the human population, the Monterey Bay Aquarium did make the decision to bring her back into captivity because she was deemed not safe for humans. And then Parkzer tried to marry the Compass.
Why?
However, Cthulhu was still angry at him, so Parkzer and the humans lost the war and had to evacuate. The Compass got married and became the queen of the southern continent.
Okay.
Good for her.